next up, we have our first trailer for Dune. Why this didn't debut at CinemaCon or released at the same time as the CinemaCon footage, I have no idea. But we have our first look at Dune 2 or Dune Part 2. And I'll be straight up, this is just a direct response to all those people that are saying the first Dune was kind of boring, i.e. me. I'll openly acknowledge I thought the first Dune was very dull and absolutely just setting the stage. It was still entertaining. I do think it left off in a really weird spot, and all the book nerds are going, but it's the perfect place to leave off according to the book. I'm going, we're not looking at this as a book. We're looking at this as a 2-part movie, and I thought it was a weird way to end the first movie. First one was fine. I know Josh was much higher on it than I was. That being said, dude, this trailer is so cool.
It's so stinking cool.
I'm already seeing some criticism from some diehard Dune fans of just well, this character is represented weird. Particularly Austin Butler's character. They're just why does he kind of look like everyone else? He's not handsome enough. Supposedly that character is supposed to be the really, really good looking, deceptively evil type character, as opposed to every other Harkonnen in the movie. Which made sense why they cast Austin Butler. Just yes, he seems like a nice, handsome young fellow, and then he'll bust out his Elvis accent, and you'll wish he was never been born. And then he can't ditch the accent, apparently, because Elvis is always with him.
That is, okay, as someone who grew up in the South, it is really hard. It just sneaks up on you. There's not much you can do about it. I love this trailer. Literally, I think I saw it once and was sat there in my chair, what? Okay, well, and then watched it 3 more times. I'm super I definitely am more hyped on the first one than you are. It's in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Love it. But this was gosh, dude, it's gonna be so cool. The battles are gonna be bigger. I'm so excited to see where we go, because I've intentionally not read the book, even though I
was gonna ask you if you've read the book.
Yeah, I have. I have 2 copies of Dune,
and you haven't read either one.
Yeah, okay. I just got the second one, but the first copy I got.
The second one's Messiah, right?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I like the second copy, because the first copy I got is a really, really nice, beautiful copy. And I was I don't want to ruin the shape of the book by reading it. And so I literally this weekend bought another copy so that I can read it and then read the rest of the series. But I, as someone who's not read the books, and I've intentionally done so, I'm going to hold off reading Dune until at least the end of this movie, just so I can go in surprised. It's kind of funny watching Dune book diehard people being well, actually, it's guys, this, I understand this is your time in the sun, but and I understand Dune is a pretty big deal in the sci-fi book space, but chill out. It doesn't look any cooler than Star Trek people being well, actually, stop. Stop.
Except unlike Star Trek, this movie was actually profitable.
Also true.
Primarily because it had a big enough budget and was able to compensate for it. I love the new Star Trek movies, but you do not need to make them as expensive as you did. Dune fans, like any other sci-fi fans, can be a bit picky. I just really wish the internet was around when that first Dune movie came out.
Dude.
To just see them complain about that, just going, what is this? Because I see clips from that original movie and going, what is this?
Yes.
It looks like interesting choices, and from everything we heard, that production was just a nightmare. But yeah, this gives me just enough of a tease. It kind of gives me some idea, but not enough, which I think is a good thing. I don't need to know the whole story. It's not what was it, that George Foreman movie that's coming out that literally just gives you the entire movie.
Whole plot, yeah.
I'm just going, this movie actually doesn't look that bad, but I feel like I just watched the entire movie. But this seems vague enough. It gives you some teases of yes, Josh Brolin is still alive. I'm going, cool. Thanks for answering that, because he does just kind of disappear in the first one.
Yes, he does.
But I'm maybe it's just because I remember some of the castings, but then we cover a lot of movie news. Some of it just goes in one ear and out the other. And I kind of forget about it after a week. I'm so glad that they continued the trend of just casting the best possible people that they can find, like they did with the first one. In addition to the great cast we had for the first one, minus, Oscar Isaac. Bye.
Poor guy.
You get Florence Pugh. She's so hot right now. You get, honestly,
literally.
yes. You get probably one of the more underrated actresses working today with Léa Seydoux, who was in the James Bond movies. She was in one of the Mission Impossible movies. She's been everywhere. And then you get Austin Butler in this movie. I feel like there's some other characters that I was like,
it's okay. So funny story. I'm literally just now putting the pieces together that that character is Austin Butler, is played by Austin Butler. I did. It was one of those, I saw him and was like, I know that face from somewhere. Where do I know that face?
Austin and Alley.
Yeah. Now that you were like Austin Butler, I was like, oh yeah, that is him. Okay, cool. So to me, I think that says a lot that I didn't initially like go, oh yeah, that's Austin. Just kind of like there is hard as it is to have characters in this world. It's nice that we can have people who are like fairly common names right now and not into, at least to me, and not go right off the bat go, oh, that's that guy, that's that person. So no matter what you say, like Dune Part 2 is going to be so hype.